Scott Jeffrey Miller, Everyone Deserves a Great Manager, The 6 Critical Practices for Leading a Team. Embarking on a managerial journey and striving to be an effective leader? Everyone Deserves a Great Manager, The 6 Critical Practices for Leading a Team, by Scott Jeffrey Miller is the perfect guide for you. This book summary will show you valuable insights on how to develop your managerial skills, avoid common mistakes, and enable your team to thrive. Learn practical techniques to redefine your role as a leader and focus on your team's growth, foster trust through regular one-on-one meetings, effectively communicate and implement goals, provide constructive feedback, navigate change, and maintain a healthy work-life balance for both you and your team.
Navigating First-Time Leadership. Scott Jeffrey Miller shares his own experience of being promoted to a managerial position at a young age with a mission to excel. However, despite his ambitious rules and targets, Miller lacked managerial experience and soon faced demotion due to his poor leadership. This reflects a common scenario where first-time managers find themselves promoted based on prior performance, but without proper training or experience. The business world often fails to provide adequate leadership training early on, leaving employees under the guidance of untrained managers. To ensure the growth and well-being of both managers and their teams, first-time leaders must invest in developing their leadership skills and practices. When Scott Jeffrey Miller became a young manager at the age of 27, he was eager to prove himself as an exemplary leader. He set strict rules, closely monitored start and finish times, and prioritized impressive outcomes. However, his lack of managerial experience and training quickly revealed themselves, resulting in his demotion just 3 weeks later. This situation is not unique to Miller. Many high-performing employees are promoted to managerial positions without receiving proper leadership training. The expectation that stellar workers will automatically make great managers is fundamentally flawed. Managerial roles come with their own set of skills and responsibilities that require nurturing and development. Shockingly, the average age of a first-time leader is 30, yet it takes over a decade before they receive any formal leadership training. This gap puts the career growth, emotional well-being, and mental health of their team members at risk, as well as the health of the managers themselves. To effectively lead a team and manage personal stress, first-time managers must invest time in building their leadership skills. Whether newly promoted or an experienced manager seeking improvement, a strong foundation of leadership principles can transform a team's performance and protect the well-being of everyone involved. Evolve into effective leadership. Carolyn was a high-performing salesperson who struggled to adapt when promoted to a leadership role. She continued to focus on making sales directly, rather than supporting her team and fostering their growth. As a leader, it is crucial to shift your priorities and focus primarily on helping your team develop and thrive, as your success is now tied to their achievements. Carolyn, a sales marvel, had consistently surpassed her targets, making her an excellent candidate for a vacant leadership position. Management anticipated her team would follow suit and achieve similar success. However, much to their chagrin, the team stagnated and failed to trust their new leader. What went wrong? Despite her promotion, Carolyn clung to her sales roots. She'd swoop in and close deals during client meetings, believing she was doing the right thing by focusing on sales targets. Losing sight of her new role, she failed to provide the support her team needed. First-time leaders often fall into the trap of trying to fix every problem encountered. However, assuming control in precarious situations deprives the team the chance to learn and grow. If Carolyn had allowed her team to make mistakes, they could have assessed these experiences, improving their sales skills and performance over time. Moreover, loosening the reins would have demonstrated her trust, boosting their confidence. Transitioning into a leadership role requires redefining one's notion of results. Success is no longer based solely on individual accomplishments but now hinges on the team's performance. This means prioritizing support and nurturing the team's growth while personal deliverables take a back seat. Closing every deal as a manager doesn't guarantee long-term sustainable success, nor does it boost the overall sales volume. the ultimate goal. To become an effective leader, ask yourself what kind of manager your team needs to reach their full potential. Assess your strengths and weaknesses, identify areas where you may need to learn new skills or even unlearn old habits to ensure you don't end up like Carolyn. Meaningful one-on-ones boost performance. Joanna, a high-performing remote employee, resigned because she felt unappreciated and unseen by her boss. Leaders can successfully keep and engage employees by holding regular and meaningful one-on-one meetings focused on individual growth and coaching. Listen, empathize, and work together during these meetings to help team members achieve their goals, while gaining valuable insight into the well-being of your workforce. Joanna was a star employee, dependable, achieving targets efficiently, and the driving force behind a productive team. Operating remotely only made her contributions more impressive. The company's shock when she decided to leave urgently called for a meeting with Todd, the chief people officer. Desperate to retain her, he was willing to offer a raise, bonuses, or anything she desired. During their conversation, Joanna revealed the real issue: she didn't feel like her boss recognized her as a person. Their check-ins were cursory and brief. As a remote worker, she needed more genuine connection and care from her boss. Employees don't want to be faceless cogs in the machine, they need acknowledgement of their unique professional desires, personal lives, and aspirations. Engaging employees on a personal level fosters increased job commitment and stellar performance. Effective leaders should hold meaningful one-on-one meetings with staff members regularly. Avoid focusing on project status updates, they can turn these sincere interactions into mere evaluations. Instead, use one-on-ones as opportunities for individual coaching and growth. By establishing trust, leaders will find employees more willing to discuss various concerns during these meetings. These conversations can range from skill development to addressing conflicts with coworkers. Not only does this offer support and understanding, but it also reveals hidden factors that may hinder the team's overall success. The crucial element of these one-on-ones is to listen without attempting to fix every problem immediately or inject personal experiences. Leaders should remain patient while their employees articulate their thoughts. Once they've finished, work together to devise a plan. Prioritizing these sincere connections will boost employee satisfaction, growth, and performance, ultimately leading to a more flourishing company. Unleashing team potential. To unlock your team's true potential, it's vital to help them understand why their work is important and how it contributes to the company's overall goals. Start by checking in with your boss to determine the organization's priorities, then share these with your team, brainstorming together on how to achieve them. This co-creation process will foster a sense of ownership and motivation among team members, improving the quality of their work. Once your team has clear short-term goals and defined accountabilities, hold regular meetings to maintain focus and momentum, and to consistently connect individual contributions back to the bigger picture. Boosting motivation among employees requires leaders to provide transparency about the relevance and importance of their tasks. When employees clearly comprehend the connection between their efforts and the company's goals, they feel a stronger sense of purpose, making them more invested in their work. To begin, become well-versed on your organization's objectives by discussing with your supervisor what the priorities are. Once you have a solid understanding, hold a meeting with your team to communicate these goals, and collaboratively brainstorm action steps to reach them. Involving team members in the process not only encourages buy-in but also enhances dedication, with individuals feeling empowered to put forward their best efforts. After collaboratively outlining 3 primary objectives, assign specific responsibilities to each team member and ensure everyone has clarity regarding their roles and performance expectations. This newfound sense of purpose will drive your team to transition from merely fulfilling tasks to taking ownership and delivering high-quality results. Keep the momentum going by conducting regular, focused meetings to track progress and address action items. These meetings not only maintain accountability but also create opportunities to continuously reiterate the link between individual contributions and the company's vision. This ongoing reminder will inspire your team to stay committed and work towards a shared goal, ultimately unleashing their full potential. Mastering feedback for success. When it comes to the art of feedback, understanding its purpose and effectively utilizing it can make a significant difference in a team's dynamic and growth. Feedback is not meant to criticize, but to guide and develop skills in employees. The two primary types of feedback are reinforcing feedback and redirecting feedback. Both forms of feedback, when practiced well, can help employees excel in their roles. Picture this: a young waiter, incredibly skilled at memorizing orders and delivering food to customers at lightning speed. Tips pile up, but fellow servers and the kitchen staff resent his approach. Why? A lack of teamwork. Upon receiving an index card demanding improvement from his boss, the waiter was taken aback. If the manager had focused on helping the waiter adapt his behavior rather than bluntly pointing out the issue, the impact might have been different. This is the power of feedback, a skill both feared and necessary for managers. Feedback, when done right, can support employees in their development, boosting confidence and productivity. The good news is that the art of providing feedback is a learned skill, and once mastered, can help every team member thrive. Contrary to popular belief, the primary goal of feedback is not to criticize or fix an employee but to guide them in advancing their skills. There are two distinct ways of accomplishing this, the first being reinforcing feedback. This approach acknowledges exceptional performances and encourages employees to continue with their great work. For instance, you might say, "Cameron, your reorganization of the data capture has made a complex system simple. Excellent job." The second type, redirecting feedback, can prove to be more challenging, and requires both courage and restraint. Occasionally, you'll find yourself in a position where a team member is not meeting expectations. Reframe this from criticism to an opportunity for improvement, and express belief in the employee's ability to grow with your guidance. When preparing feedback, ensure your focus is on the behavior rather than making judgments. Identify the issue and articulate its impact on the team or project. As you discuss this with your team member, be prepared for a range of emotions. Give them space to process their feelings, and then collaborate on creating a plan to address the behavior. The key to mastering feedback is understanding its goal and embracing both the reinforcing and redirecting strategies. By nurturing this skill, managers can transform their team members into shining stars and create a positive, growth-oriented work environment. Navigating workplace change. Change is unavoidable in the workplace, whether it comes from corporate decisions, client requests, or economic pressures. Successful leaders recognize the emotional toll that change has on their team and help them navigate the uncertainties and adjustments brought on by these shifts. By understanding and facilitating the 4 stages of workplace change, the shock, the panic, the adjustment, and the acclimation, leaders can minimize unrest and quickly re-establish stability and productivity within their teams. Change is a constant in the vibrant world of business, and as a leader, it falls upon you to support your team as they face the uncertainties that come with it. But guiding your team through change doesn't just involve implementing new processes or participating in training programs. Addressing the emotional impact of change on your team, which many leaders often overlook, plays a vital role in maintaining productivity and avoiding collapse. Workplace changes typically traverse through 4 distinct phases. By identifying and managing these transitions, leaders nurture a more stable and resilient team. In the initial stage, change disrupts the status quo, creating anxiety among team members. It's crucial for a leader to immediately communicate with the team, informing them of the impending changes while promising transparency and support along the way. The second phase kicks in when senior management announces the specifics of the change, leading to widespread panic and a potential drop in performance. A skillful leader will gather information on how the change affects the team, devise an action plan, and involve the team members in its formulation, helping them regain a sense of control and direction. As the team enters the third phase, they come to terms with the change, begin adjusting, and start learning the new dynamics. Smart leaders will push non-essential projects aside during this time, allowing the team to focus on adapting. Finally, in the fourth phase, the team adjusts to the new normal. While the change may not always be ideal, the team emerges stronger and more resilient, ready to tackle future shifts with newfound knowledge and experience. Master work-life balance. Achieving a healthy work-life balance is vital for avoiding professional burnout and maintaining personal well-being. To accomplish this, create a purposeful plan that focuses on managing your energy and time. Understand your body's natural rhythms to identify peak and low energy periods, utilize those peak hours for high-priority tasks and save routine tasks for when energy levels dip. Furthermore, establish and prioritize your core leadership values to guide your decision-making, enabling you to confidently decline tasks that don't align with your objectives. The majority of today's workforce struggles to juggle work and personal life, often leading to feelings of overwhelm and burnout. To sidestep this common predicament, devise a flexible yet effective strategy that helps you excel in your professional life, maintain meaningful relationships, and most importantly, take care of your mental and physical health. The first crucial aspect you must address is your energy management. To perform at your best, it's essential to comprehend the peaks and troughs of your energy levels throughout the day. Recognize when you feel most energized and productive. Conversely, observe moments of fatigue or mental exhaustion. Once you identify a pattern, align your high-priority assignments during energetic periods and allocate less intellectually demanding tasks for times when your energy wanes. The second vital factor is mastering time management. Managers often face an avalanche of tasks, making it all too easy for their days to become consumed by administrative work instead of significant endeavors. Therefore, embracing the power of saying no becomes crucial in safeguarding your time. To strengthen your decision-making capability, first pinpoint the core leadership qualities and objectives that matter the most to you. With these guiding principles in mind, carefully assess the various requests and tasks you encounter and agree to those that align with your primary goals. By honing your ability to assess tasks' relevance to your leadership vision, not only can you maintain focus on what truly matters, but you can also achieve a balanced and fulfilling lifestyle, both professionally and personally.
In conclusion, Everyone Deserves a Great Manager offers essential tools for those seeking to excel in leadership positions. By focusing on personal development and providing consistent support to your team members, you will not only improve their overall performance but also create a positive working environment. By embracing the ideas presented in this book's summary about better communication, collaborating on goals, offering engaging feedback, guiding through change, and promoting a feasible work-life balance, you are setting the stage for both team and individual success. It's time to empower yourself and embrace your role as a great manager.